Leah here. Welcome back to another Tutorial Tuesday here on my channel. I have a super exciting video for you guys today. I'm going to show you guys how to paint with your watercolor paints. If any of you have gotten these into your collection, you don't have to specifically have like these watercolor paints. Any watercolor paints will do. These ones are just kind of like a little bit more of a better quality than some of the other ones that I've tried, and these are the ones that I was taught how to watercolor paint with. I'm going to show you how to use these in conjunction with stamps. Let's jump into the tutorial. Let's waste no time. I can't wait to show you guys this. So for the watercolor Christmas light tutorial, you're going to need a white gel, and I'm just going to use my Light Elegance Perfect White. It's my favorite white gel that I use. You're also going to need like your stamping tools. My favorite scraper is from Conad, and my favorite stamping tool is from MoU London. You're also going to need a black stamping polish. I like the Conad Black, it's my favorite. And you're also going to need a stamping image that has a lot of holes in it. So for example, on the Christmas lights here, we want to fill in the Christmas lights. So where it's all etched is where it's going to stamp, and that's where it's going to stamp black. And so right here is where we can fill it in. So if you don't have this exact plate, any plate that has like a lot of gaps and room for you to fill in paint is what you want to use. These are the watercolor paints that I like and that I've used. You can see it's like a giant mess in here, but these ones work the best for me. But you can try any other watercolor paints. You can get these at a local craft store. Michael's will carry watercolor paint, just any sort of like nice watercolor paint. Okay, so if this is my client's nails, I've already applied my primer, I've already applied my bonder step, and I'm gonna go in with my white color gel. Now you guys have seen this in my tutorial videos before and my swatching videos. I embed all of my color gels and glitter gels. Especially for this tutorial, you can't really do the watercolor on top of your gel that's just been cured without having a layer of clear gel on top of it that is finish filed. After you've applied your white color gel, you're going to cure it in your UV lamp. Once we cured our white gel for 2 minutes, we're going to go over top of the white gel with our gel layer to embed. Once you have it placed where you want it, cure it in your lamp. Once we've cured our gel layer, we're just going to remove the dispersion layer and finish file. So especially when you're working with watercolor on your clients, you have to make sure that you've removed all of the shine from the gel. Watercolor will not stick to like a shiny surface. Okay, so then you want to remove all of your dust. The next thing we're going to do is stamp this Christmas light image onto our finish filed surface here. As always, whenever I stamp, I protect my nails and my hands with some gloves. And also I am like an insanely messy stamper. Okay, so for the purpose of the video, I just moved my red watercolor paint into a spot right beside the green. They usually don't come side by side like that. And I also forgot to mention the brush that I'll be using for the watercolor painting. So this is from Crystal Nails, and it is their Aquarelle brush. But the first thing we're going to do is just get our brush wet, and we're just going to drop some water into our paint here. And we're going to clean it out, and we're going to drop some into our red. You just want it to have like a nice little well in there for your color. Okay, so we're going to get our brush wet. We're going to wipe off the excess water because you don't want it too watery. You're going to pick up some of your green on your brush, and you're just going to drop it into your little light bulb there. And you can see that there's like quite a bit of a blob there. So next we're just going to wipe off all the excess water on our brush. So there's nothing really on my brush as far as water goes, and we're just going to pick up some of that excess paint. Wipe off our brush again, pick up some of that excess paint. The more that your brush is dry and the more paint that you pick up, the more kind of watercolor effect it'll give. And you can also, if you want it to look even more watercolor, dip back into the water and then again go in and suck up some more of that paint. So you can just give it just kind of an outline. And again, if you've taken too much paint off, just go back in with your green and add some more. It's kind of up to you what sort of finish you want. For me, I like to take off a little bit more so it looks more watercolory. Perfect. And so you do that with all of your different colors here. I'm gonna make this one a green one. So then I'm going to clean off my brush, dab the excess water, and suck up some of that paint. Okay, now we're gonna switch to our red. So we're gonna clean out our brush really well, dab our brush on our little Kleenex here just to make sure it's clean. And then we're gonna go in and pick up some of the red, but we have too much on our brush, so we're just gonna dab some of it out. And there we go. And again, we're gonna have like a big blob on our Christmas light. And we don't like how that looks, but we're just gonna leave it for a sec. We're gonna go in and fill this one in. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go in and clean off our brush again, because we want nothing on our brush. And this time we want it to be really, really dry so that we can suck up some of that excess paint that's in our little bulbs here. And in small circular round motions, we just suck up the excess paint. Clean off our brush and go back in and do the other ones. I'm just gonna add a little bit more water because I'm finding that it's sucking it up too much. I don't know, it's kind of a trial and error to figure out like the consistency that you like and how much water you should have on your brush or how little water you should have on your brush. It's just trial and error. I think I'm happy with all the rest of them there, but let's say there was too much green on this one for you. If you go in with your brush dry with a little tiny bit of wetness on it, you can kind of even out the color. That's what's nice about watercolor is like if you mess up, you can just go in with some water and kind of take it away. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a little bit of a darker green and I'm just gonna fill in the bases of the Christmas lights here. Clean off our brush, dab out the excess, and then go in and just kind of suck up that color. Perfect, so I would call this done. The one thing about watercolor that you want to make sure is you have to make sure that your nails are 100% completely dry before you put your top gloss on. So I usually set a little heater or a little fan up in front of my clients' nails and dry them for a good 2 to 5 minutes depending on how much watercolor and how much paint you've put into your nails. Another thing that you can do is you can take your file and just after you're done your design, just file off the excess on the edges over here and just kind of break that seal down there so that when you put your top gloss on the side over here, it's going to connect with the gel that's underneath it and it's not connecting with the watercolor paint. And again, you're gonna do that on your free edge here as well. I'm trying out this top gloss right now from Gel 2 and it is a non-cleansed top gloss as well. So I'm going to do 2 coats of this. And there is our finished watercolor Christmas light design. And it's so fun, and using watercolor paints with stamps is so versatile. And you can use this technique with any sort of stamps that have like this kind of like clear opening. You can do them with anything. I've done them with flowers, you can do them with like anything that has the opening like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed another Tutorial Tuesday. Make sure you're following me on my nail Facebook page as well as my nail Instagram, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.